Hello, welcome to the game here at Villa Park between Aston Villa and West Ham, which has been heavily interrupted by certain internet connections, which is absolutely, actually sort of angered me a little bit. But I've calmed down a little bit now. I'm just going to give you a half-time report. No, between the two teams. Both chances had a couple. You haven't really missed much in the last sort of 10-15 minutes of the first half. I do apologise. It's not. It's very rare our internet connection in fiddles with our match coverage, but it's really disappointing tonight. But hopefully we'll have the whole second half uninterrupted live for you. But it's 0-0 at the moment. The good thing is you've not missed a goal, so that's the important thing. Villa and West Ham have both had a couple of chances each, but at the moment it's 0-0 at the moment. So hopefully we'll be able to get on with a full second half of the full match commentary of the second half, and hopefully save some pride from what's been a disastrous night of commentary so far. We don't do disasters usually on this commentary, unfortunately. It's been a little bit of an annoyance. But at half time it's 0-0. Just to let you know the scores, I'm going to take a couple of minutes break and then get on with the second half for you. So I do apologise. I hope it's not spoiling your enjoyment of the game. It's what we do. I do it for you guys. I don't do it for my own personal gain. I just wish someone up there would not push the button on me. That's for sure. But BT, that is. But these things happen, and you've just got to roll with it sometimes. And it's hard when you're getting into a flow of the game and that. Yeah. So we'll try again second half. See if we can get the whole second half for you, and then. And then what we might do as well later on, I'll do the whole first half again, uninterrupted, and then you guys then have got the full benefit from the first half and the second half. But we're going to do the second half live, and then rework the first half again, delayed a bit later on. Should everything go well. But at half time here at Villa Park, it's Aston Villa 0, West Ham 0, and we'll be back in 5 minutes. Right, welcome back to Villa Park for this heavily interrupted commentary between West Ham away at Aston Villa. 0-0 is the scoreline, just in case you're wondering. A little bit of a set-to between Tyrone Mings and El Ghazi at the end of the first half. No changes as I can see from either side. Hopefully we'll get through this second half completely uninterrupted without any interruptions or any communication breakdowns. I was a little bit sick and tired of it towards the end of the first half, if truth be told, but hopefully the second half will be a lot better as Villa get us underway in the second half, attacking the old end to my left. So just to remind you of the two teams: Heaton, Gillibert, Engels, Mings, Taylor, Grealish, the captain Nakamba, McGinn, Jota, former Birmingham player, Wesley and El Ghazi. For West Ham, it's Fabianski, Fredericks, Diop, Ogbonna, Masaku, Noble, the captain Rice, Yarmolenko, Lanzini, Anderson and Haller. And here comes Aston Villa at the start of the second half. Crossing from Grealish, a little bit over, hit in the end and just past the far post from the Villa captain, and behind for the first goal kick of the second half to West Ham United here. The Game Live second half commentary of this Premier League game, which is still at the moment goalless. And we'll have the JB Man of the Match award should things run smoothly around the 65th minute mark. So 46 minutes gone in the game, so a minute gone in the second half, still 0-0. Decent game. Just the communications here in the second city breaking down on us. Hopefully they will not have any more interruptions. Teams are on change. I'll run you through the benches a little bit later on when we get a break in play. But West Ham in the darker shirts. They're in an all dark blue strip. Villa in their famous claret and blue shirts, white shorts and light blue stockings. As Mings wins possession for Villa, finds Grealish, the young Villa captain, can't find Wesley as that ball was threaded through, and then it's hushed back by Diop back to Fabianski. His clearance is found halfway, and it was a good header won there by the 24 Gilbert, the Frenchman. And there's a little bit of an injury down inside, or just outside the centre circle, and it's involves Philippe Anderson. Get me words out here. It's the sort of night nightmares are made of here. He's hurt his back, and let's just hope everything runs smoothly in the second half at least. So I hope it hasn't spoiled your enjoyment of things too much. If it has, I do apologise. You know, we do bring these streams for your entertainment and your pleasure. And believe me, as the owner of this YouTube channel, it kills me and annoys me when things like this actually happen. I know you can't help it sometimes, but one does get annoyed. Meanwhile, free kick to West Ham. Neil Taylor's been booked. A challenge midway inside the Villa half, and it's going to be a free kick. Lanzini and Philippe Anderson, who's still recovering from that knock he picked up a few moments ago. Tom Heaton is in goal for Villa, and he's defending, and Villa, as I say, attacking the old end. Away to my left, and Villa and West Ham, rather, the north stand with the executive boxes to the right. As the free kick is taken by Anderson towards the far side of the penalty area, it comes out again to number 24 Fredericks, and or rather number 26 rather Masaku. Masaku's cross is deflected away, and the ball comes towards John McGinn. And he's lost out. Masaku has one possession. There's a couple of players down there, one for each side. Noble on the edge of the area trying to control. And now Diop has it as well. Declan Rice takes possession. There's a Villa player down. And it's, well, they put the ball out. That's a good sporting gesture from West Ham. No comments like that, Chelsea FC, please. Can we keep the comments nice and clean? We are a family programme. We will not allow comments like that. Can I just reiterate that very clearly? I think some of you do need to be educated on the rules and regs of the comments section. We're not open for comments like that. So otherwise you will be taken down. I will not allow that sort of comment, please. I'm not going to read that out. No chance. So If you want to listen and comment on the match, that's fine. But let's not go slagging any other team off, because that's not in the spirit of what we do here. We're here to provide football and not to hate each other's teams. It's not nice. And I certainly don't condone it on this channel. We are a family show. I can't reiterate that enough. Right, back with the game, and it's Anderson for West Ham, 0-0. Talk about how the game's gone. You can talk about how good how happy you are to have me back on comms, but let's not start taking the mickey out of other clubs. It's not right and it's not fair. 5 minutes gone into the second half, and it's Villa 0, West Ham 0. Second half commentary after a massively delayed massively interrupted first half commentary, which ended up losing the last sort of 5 minutes of the first half. But thankfully there was no goal scored, and we're on the way again in the second half. 5 minutes, as I say, gone, and it's Masaku now down the inside for West Ham. Ball played back into the penalty area. Lanzini might attack it. Lanzini in the penalty area. Villa struggling to clear their lines inside their own area, and then the header back, and Tom Eden having to dive to his left to gather the ball in there. Very dangerous situation that Aston Villa really got themselves into there, trying to keep possession here, and they were trying to play out from the back. I'm sure these two teams can't afford to make mistakes like Arsenal did yesterday at Watford. As Al Ghazi loses possession. Al Mohammadi is one of the substitutes for Villa, incidentally. As soon as we get a break in play, we'll get an opportunity to run through the substitutes again. But the two teams are unchanged from the first half. Let's not forget that. It's Aston Villa 0, West Ham 0, as Anderson gets the ball back and Diop gets it away. Gets it away, and now it's back with Villa again. And now Tyrone Mings takes possession for Villa. Won once this season. That was against Everton on a Friday night some 3 or 4 weeks ago. Ball out towards the far side, and now a chance now for Jota. Grealish on the overlap into the penalty area, cross back, and it was a good parry away by Fabianski, but not very far. The shot coming in, and just wide from 20 yards from John McGinn on his left foot. It was a tremendous little low daisy cutter drive. Really good play down that right hand channel there from Villa. Jota, the former Birmingham player, involved. Then the cross back from Grealish, palmed away by the keeper. Then West Ham made a bit of a meal of getting it away, and then the shot. The ball came to McGinn, who swiveled, turned on his left foot, got his shot off, and just narrowly missed Fabianski's right-hand post by a whisker or two there. That might have been a magnificent goal if he had pulled it off, but it's gone wide, and it remains scoreless here at Villa Park. There's an injury there, and it looks as if it's Engels who's taken a knock here. Played Champions League football before, Engels. Just a flailing arm there by one of the West Ham lads. Purely accidental. 53 gone here at Villa Park in our second half commentary. Aston Villa 0, West Ham 0. And the ball back now with Tom Heaton, former Burnley goalkeeper. Right-footed clearance, 3/4 of the way up the field. And the ball will break over on the far side. It's kept in very, very well. And McGinn doing very, very well inside the area. 2 West Ham players on him. Jota has it on the far side. Jota tried to cross back, of course, played under Dean Smith, of course, in his days as Brentford manager. As the ball played in towards the near post, there's a flag up, I think, or a free kick has been given by a foul on Jota. There was a push on Felipe Anderson. Who's been the better of the two teams? I think it's been a little bit even Steven, really. It's been a little bit even Stevens. I think a draw would be a fair result if it was to end that way, but at the moment it's goalless. But I'm certain beyond any expectation that there's gonna be a goal in this game. I'm very much hoping that that will be the case as the ball is headed on brilliantly now towards the edge of the penalty area. And it's Yarmolenko. The flag is up actually for offside against Yarmolenko, so a free kick to Aston Villa, which has been taken. Oh no, it's not. It's been taken. It's been taken short now to Tyrone Mings. Of course, we'll have Champions League football in midweek, and of course we'll have a Europa League match. We'll have one 8 o'clock match. We might involve Steven Gerrard's Rangers. They've got a tough test against Feyenoord, so we'll be focusing on one of the Old Firm this weekend and going and having a little bit of flavour north of the border for you in the Europa League, or we might concentrate on them or Wolves or whatnot, but we'll find a very good Europa League game for us to describe for you. Here's Taylor now for Aston Villa. And of course Liverpool, Spurs and City and Chelsea start their Champions League campaigns next couple of nights as well. Manchester United start their Europa League campaign at home, and Arsenal start theirs away from home. So we might have a Europa League double header to bring you this weekend. We'll find out, and then Premier League again next weekend, hopefully with some very tasty games. We don't know which ones we'll be picking, but we will let you know in due course. 55 minutes gone, 10 minutes gone in the second half, and it's still goalless here between Villa and West Ham. Very much level here. Deadlock still to be broken. Here's Anderson now. Good running there by Fredericks. And then the ball hushed back now. Chance here, shot on the edge of the area from Declan Rice, right-footed. It was charged away by one of the Villa defenders blocking, and it was Jack Grealish, the captain. Declan Rice. A lot of people around the West Ham Football Club reckon he's going to be a future West Ham captain. But he's widely tipped for big things, this young kid. Now fully fledged England international, having gained his first 2 caps in the games last week against Bulgaria and Kosovo. He's certainly got the skills and the labour of love to really take his career further forward. He could be widely tipped. Some say he could be a West Ham captain of the future. Some say he may well go on to bigger and better things, and which has not been disrespectful to West Ham themselves by virtue of that fact. It's just the way of the world at the moment as Villa get possession, chip the ball forward. Nice little play there inside the penalty area. Good shot off by El Ghazi as he controlled it inside the area. Got his right foot shot off. But it was, and again, another easy gather for Fabianski, but then Villa win possession back, still in deep inside the West Ham half rather, and Grealish was chasing that one. It's a throw in the Villa midway side West Ham territory. 57 minutes of the game gone. Aston Villa 0, West Ham United 0 in the Monday night in the game. Second half live, second half commentary at the moment. As West Ham come forward with Philip Anderson. Anderson now to the edge of the area. Good control by him. And Gilbert did really well there for Villa. Magnificent tackle there to get the ball away. Great tackle there, the right back. He played in a very good performance at the moment. Nakamba now plays it out. And now here's El Ghazi, number 21. Player that they've signed permanently. Remember, Villa have spent upwards of £150 million on new players during the summer transfer window, and at the moment it's still 0-0. Good second half developing here. Still no way through for either side. We haven't had a 0-0 draw in any of our matches this season, which is quite remarkable in respect. Maybe we're due a 0-0, who knows. Here's Anderson now. Faster defender. Anderson with the cross. Just too long in the end, and Yarmolenko will keep it alive. Plays the ball back, and it's Mark Noble, the one club man, the West Ham stalwart, the captain with over 450 West Ham appearances behind him. And he finds Yarmolenko. Back again to Declan Rice. Rice back in field to Lanzini rather. And now West Ham going from left to right, or right to left, I should say. Diop now has it in field for West Ham. Noble now on the right hand channel. Plays a 1-2 there with Fredericks. Now he gets the ball back and he finds Lanzini. Lanzini now running at his man. Ball going forward again. Lanzini was fouled there, but the referee plays on. Masaku to the byline. Masaku well tackled there at the very last, and it's surely going to be a corner to West Ham. No, it's a goal kick to Villa. Goal kick to Aston Villa. It must have come off the West Ham player finally come off a Villa player last, so a little disappointment there for Aston there. They thought they had a corner, and it's Aston Villa who get the goal kick in the end. And Dean Smith will be slightly happy that his team have still got a clean sheet. Slightly unhappy they've not got the breakthrough yet. But as I said, it's been an even Steven sort of game so far. It's evident for both teams have had chances in the opening hour, and we've got half an hour left, and you've got a chance to make your vote for man of the match, by the way. As Bonner comes charging forward now for West Ham United, a long ball forward. We've had 15 minutes in the second half, and you'll be able to vote for your man in the match, the JB Supplementary Award. We take votes from the 65th minutes onwards to the 90th minute. So get you, and of course you hashtag it with the hashtag JBMLTM. So that's what you do. So back live again. It's been a very, very tough night. Very warm evening here in the Midlands. As we get a throw in here. And a substitution being made by West Ham United. And they're going to bring on, I think it's Formanis for Yarmolenko. That's a little bit of a surprise, really. Yarmolenko has been really, really good tonight, I have to say, for West Ham United. But Fornalis is now coming on for him. And Manuel Pellegrini makes the first alteration of the contest after 61.5 minutes. Fifth Premier League appearance, fourth as a substitute. 20 odd million pounds he cost. Spanish side Villarreal. As Aston Villa look to make inroads. So plenty of European club football action to come in the coming days. Premier League on Saturday, of course. League Cup football as well. Plenty of tremendous football coming up, as I say, over the next few weeks on this YouTube channel. And hopefully no more interruptions. You won't get any more interruptions. As the ball breaks kindly there to Taylor. Gets the ball forward, and then our chase is on now for Wesley. Wesley turns, controls it well, brings Neil Taylor into the game. Nice ball out towards the far side. Now Wesley again, left hand side. Into the penalty area he dashes. Tries to take on a man, and then the ball hits the defender and it comes away again. Still 0-0 here. A little flick on there, and it's going to be a little chase on here, and Mings will get there. Mings controls and does everything expertly well, shall we say. Still 0-0. And Taylor keeps possession. And the ball is now threaded through. And here's Taylor again, just knocking the ball back once again. Mings has possession. Finds Guilbert. Guilbert doing really well now, just stepping the play up a bit. 63 got it, still 0-0 between Aston Villa and West Ham United in the Premier League. Al Mohammed is going to be the second change of the evening. First for Villa, first change of the evening, in fact, for Aston Villa. As I say, 63 gone here at Villa Park. It's no goals, but it's been an enjoyable match all the same. And everything going very smoothly at the moment in the second half, at least. So we're saving a little bit of face at the moment. My mood's starting just to brighten a little bit here as El Ghazi makes a good burst through the centre, but he can't find his man, and away go West Ham again. Can they try and find something here? Well, here's Declan Rice, still deep inside their own half, in fact, 20 yards from halfway, and he plays it out to the left hand side. Fredericks gets the ball back, and now Diop finds Bonner now, still deep inside their own half here, West Ham. I'd say for a 0-0 it's not been a bad watch, one has to say, from a neutral point of view. And here comes number 18, the substitute, Formalis, and he gets it back to Fabianski, the former Arsenal and Swansea goalkeeper. Header forward once again. Now a real opportunity now if they can get their heads up here, and it's Haller for West Ham. Still Haller, signed from Germany, scored 21 goals in his last 20 or so games for his previous club and for West Ham, and that was a good ball in from the left hand side by Anderson in towards Haller, and he just couldn't get a nod on that. Scored 3 goals this season. He got 2 goals against Watford at Vicarage Road a couple of weeks ago, and got one against Norwich City in the last Premier League game before the international break reconvened. As we see a change here, off comes Jota, former Brentford and Birmingham man, and off in his place comes the former Sunderland man, El Mohammadi, former Hull player too actually. As we now move into the final stages of the game, and we're now into the 65th minute, and now the votes are open for the JB man of the match. Usual rules apply. Pick the favourite player of your choice that you want to see win our supplementary award, or you want to see voted man of the match, and then you hashtag it with the hashtag JBMLTM, and that's all you've got to do. 20 minutes of the second half gone. It's still Villa 0, West Ham United 0. And here is, and here they come again now with Mark Noble now, West Ham. Haller is battling, but Noble has given away a free kick. Mings then barges him off the ball in his insistence to get on with the game. This game is still there for the winning for one of these two teams. A win for Villa would propel them up to, I think, as high as 12th place. Definitely out of the bottom 3. Jack Grealish is the first vote for man in the match from Russ Bennett, and a red card's been awarded. A red card has been given. And is it Masaku? Has he been sent off? Yes, he has. It's a second yellow card. He was booked earlier in the first half, remember. And Alpha Masaku has been sent off. It's a red card. West Ham appealing. And it's a red card to the West Ham player Masaku. He was booked, as I say, in the first half, and now he's been booked again in the second half. Mike Dean reading the rights out with him here, good and proper. He's committed a foul. I must admit I didn't see the incident initially. We'll see a replay now. It was a ball played over to the far side. It was El Mohammadi. Oh, I think that's a little bit of a harsh decision. I think I can understand West Ham's frustration here. I think El Mohammadi looks for that a little bit, and you've got to say that's a very harsh second yellow. So it's a case now of West Ham probably having to shut up shop now for the last sort of 23 minutes of the game, as Masaku disconsolately makes his way down the tunnel on the far side here into the Trinity Road stand up opposite me, as Grealish now on the ball for Villa. They're playing with a man advantage now. Zabaleta about to come on for West Ham, their second substitution of the evening, and that really has put Pellegrini's back against the wall now, but it's going to be out and out attack as El Mohammadi plays the ball into the 6-yard area, but it's well covered by Fabianski. So that I do have to say that second yellow card was a bit harsh. The first one, I don't think there was any doubt about that, but I think El Mohammadi was, I think there was the slightest of contact, but not enough in my opinion to warrant a second booking. I think Mike Dean again has absolutely messed it up for himself there, and will anger Pellegrini. It'll be interesting what he says after the game, actually, Manuel Pellegrini, because I think he felt there was a rueful look on his face, I noticed, as the red card was being shown. So it's not the way that West Ham want to be doing at the moment. Anderson's had to come off, and he's been one of their better attacking outlets down the left hand side, and this is a frustrating moment now. They're going to have to shut up shop here. It means that they're going to have to bring another defensive minded player on here, and Anderson is annoyed that he has to come off. I think Mike Dean was a bit hasty. That's my opinion. He's not one of my favourite referees for obvious reason, the man from the Rural, but he decrees it's a second yellow. But I think to say that's a yellow card, I think I think that's a little bit of an injustice there on West Ham, as the throw is taken by Zabaleta. So in case you've just joined us late, Masaku has been sent off for 2 yellow cards. He got booked earlier on in the first half while we were on the air at that time, and now a few minutes ago he's just been a few moments ago. He was just been sent off. So West Ham now will be looking maybe if they can get a point out of this, it will be certainly a disaster averted for them. But at the moment, it's still 0-0. Far side, West Ham do have a free kick far side. There will be questions asked of Mike Dean's refereeing on that second yellow card. I didn't think it was a yellow card offence. Anyway, West Ham have a free kick floated in towards the near post, and it's well defended by Aston Villa. As the ball is hooked forward, looking, but there's no Villa player inside the West Ham half as Villa clear their lines. That's a little bit of a waste, really, but the ball is back easily with Fabianski, and he gets West Ham moving again. So West Ham playing a man light with a man disadvantage here as the ball goes back to Fabianski, and he gets the ball away right-footed. A long kick, 3/4 of the way up the field, won by Neil Taylor, the former Swansea City man. Rice now gets it out towards the far side. Zabaletta's on the overlap if they can get their head up, and Zabaletta's made a terrific run. The former Man City player, decent cross, but just couldn't find Allaire. Just a bit too high as the cross came in from the left-hand side towards Allaire, who's on, as I say, Sebastian Allaire's on 3 goals this season. Scored 2 against Watford and 1 in the last game against Norwich at the London Stadium. Here's number 24 again. Fredericks running in his man. He wants a 3 kick. Referee says no. Get on with the game. Get up. Get on with the game. West Ham, just remind you if you joined us late, down to 10 men, but the goals have not been coming tonight here at Villa Park. Is it after the Lord Mayor show after the previous 2 days? And we saw heroic performances from Norwich, a heroic comeback from Liverpool, a terrific result for Chelsea at Wolves, and a tremendous Herculean comeback from Watford, who at half-time against Arsenal yesterday looked down and out of it at 2-0 down, and then at half-time and came back from the dead practically and almost won the game 3-2. In fact, it did end 2-0. There was a game you may have listened to back on the JB Claret YouTube channel. Great game it was to do at the moment. But this has not been a poor game. It's been far from poor. It's been very attack-minded, and it's been a free-flowing game. But once again, Mike Dean is probably going to be in the headlines again, possibly for the wrong reasons, because I didn't think it was a sending-off. Meanwhile, McGinn has won the ball back fairly on the far side. A good boy towards the penalty area. Still might break. It was El Ghazi who went in for the header. And Grealish was also there on the follow-up as well, but it just didn't come their way. And now Ferraris was chasing down that near side, and now he has possession again. And now Mobile now midway inside the half, and Ferraris keeps himself on side on the right hand side. Lovely play there from the cross back, and a chance now for LA. It's on the area. Good turn by the penalty spot. Good block. Tyrone Mings throwing himself in the way just by the penalty spot. 2 yards from where the shot was seen there from Sebastian Allaire, and that could have been a great moment there for West Ham. It might be a great moment here for Aston Villa at the other end. El Ghazi has it now on the near side. He gets the cross in, and Wesley was well marshalled there by O'Connor, and a goal kick it is, with the cross not reaching anyone and going out of play behind the goal for a goal kick. 73 and a bit minutes gone. It's still Aston Villa 0, West Ham United 0 in the final Premier League fixture of match day 5 in this Premier League season. Was there a bit of pulling? Well, there might have been a case there for Villa. They do have VAR, but for some reason or another, the referees seem reluctant to use it at the moment. They like to judge themselves, and Mike Dean is one that thinks very highly of himself, and he's very highly opinionated. We have seen him at Wembley last season when Tranmere won promotion to League One. He was there giving it large in the crowd, you may remember, in those promotional playoff finals. Here's Tyrone Mings inside the centre circle, 5 yards from halfway, and he finds Taylor now, and now Ghazi down that side, and a good run there made by Jack Grealish, but he can't keep the ball in down on the near side, and it's going to be a throw in to West Ham. So far, Jack Grealish is our After one vote is the man of the match, and you can still vote. You've got another 15 minutes, I think, or so. Mike Harniman, hello, good evening to you. We've had a long night, Mike, honestly. I hope your job interview went well, by the way. Yeah, so you can vote for your man of the match if you want to see your choice. Just put the name of the choice you want to make to win the JB man of the match vote, and then hashtag it with the hashtag JBMLTM, please, and we'll sort that out for you. And if you missed anything of the first half, we'll rework the last 15 minutes of the first half for you, and make something of it for you as well. Or we will rework the whole of the first half, and then we don't miss anything there. But just to remind you, Masako has been sent off for 2 yellow cards. The first one was deserved, and no doubt about that in the first half. The second one, I would say he was a bit harsh in fairness. As Zabaleta comes tearing down that far side, and it's a corner. And Panini's on. He's gone back to his old name now. Hi guys, sorry I'm late. Stuck on the M25. Oh, you know, down there in Gillingham on the M25, it's murder down there, I bet, Panini. But nice to have you with us for the last 15 minutes. He's usually our VAR adjudicator, but obviously he has been stuck left, right and centre on the M25, so I had to do all the roles tonight, and as well as try and get connection back to stream the commentary. But we will be reworking the first half, as I say, later on tonight, so we'll get the whole first half in as well for you, and then put that in the playlist as well. So we'll work the whole commentary of the first half again, and then you can enjoy the whole game then. Albeit a little bit backwards. Anyway, here's Grealish now towards the far side, looking to the run of John McGinn, but he can't find him. It's gone out of play into the out end and behind for the goal kick to West Ham. We've had 76.5 minutes of the match, and still no goals at the moment. And it really is very much after the Lord Mayor show, I'm afraid. As the goal kick comes in. 3/4 of the way up the field. That's a foul there, surely by Tyrone Mings on Haller, and it's going to be another yellow card shown by the man in the middle. He certainly has been the man in the middle for all sorts of reasons tonight, Mike Dean. Yeah, he had his arm around Haller's face and then his hand in his face. So a free kick, quite rightly given to West Ham. Very unlucky, in my opinion, to have been down to 10 men. Just wondering who was sent off. Masaka got a red card after 67 minutes. So some 10 minutes, and West Ham have been playing for the last 10 minutes with 10 men, and it's the ball is threaded in there towards the edge of the area. Shot coming in from the substitute Fornanes, and he was very unfortunate then. But here come Villa again, looking to get a result here. A point might still take them out the bottom three as things stand. Good to know that your interview went really well. You look really smart looking at you on Facebook, Mike. You really did look smart, and I think you'll get the job. You're a good lad, and I think you'll do well whatever you find. And take it from me, having been searching for day jobs before for the last sort of 6 months, and then finally getting one. If you keep trying, mate, you will achieve it. Believe you and me. Anyway, back to the game. Last 12 minutes, I should say. 11 and a half minutes plus stoppage time. And the attendance has been confirmed as 42,010. So a good sizable crowd here at Villa Park tonight. Always have great support, Aston Villa. And there's not been an empty seat in the house here tonight. And the Villa Park fans have been really, really cheering their team on to the help, but they'll be disappointed as another pass goes astray from Nakamba as he tries to play the ball out to the right hand channel, but he overhits the ball, goes out of play on that far touch line, and it's going to be a throw meanwhile inside their own half to West Ham. There's another substitution being prepared by Aston Villa here. and we'll find out who that is in just a second or two. Meanwhile, West Ham have the ball with Declan Rice, gets the ball out to the far side. Now a chance now for Fernandes, and he'll run at the defenders. He's got an overlapping run here from Fredericks, and Fernandes gets his shot off. It gets a deflection, I think, and West Ham are certainly claiming a corner. He takes the ball here from the right, cuts inside, gets to the edge of the area as he strikes it in. It does hit the defender, I believe, and it is a corner to West Ham. Nakamba is coming off, and Douglas Luiz is the man, according to Russ, our reporter, about to come on. As we come up towards the last knockings, the final 10 minutes of this second half, and we'll, as I say, we work the first half commentary and get the whole lot in as the ball comes into the penalty area, knocked away, and here's Jack Grealish to bring it away for Villa, and it's out for a goal kick. So when we rework the first half commentary, the comment section will be closed, so I will not be doing anything with regards to that, as the number 11, as I say, the camera comes off, and Douglas Luiz now comes on for the final 9.5 minutes. Plus stoppage time, of course. Stoppage time will be played. And let's see what happens there. But a tremendous atmosphere. House has rats, my word, the state of the house. 4-day job. Oh dear, Panini. I mean, our VAR, in-house VAR man is having a little bit of problems with a few rodents, it turns out to be. As Grealish takes possession for Aston Villa, gets the ball out towards the far side. We're inside the last 9 minutes plus stoppage time. Cross comes in from the far side, but it's turned away once again. Now Mings has it on halfway for Aston Villa. Good second half this, but still we are way to go in this game. And here's El Ghazi. Are we going to see a late show here? And here's Grealish now, takes possession, finds Douglas Luiz. Now the ball out to the far side, and here's Al Mohammadi. First touch, crosses in from the right, in towards Wesley. Headed away by West Ham, but kept in play here by El Ghazi. Looking for Wesley inside the penalty area. It might break for Villa in there. Noble hooks it away from the edge of the area. And now a chance here for Allaire. It's 1 against 3, and he's against 3 claret-shirted Villa defenders, and I have to say that is a little bit daft from Douglas Luiz. It's a 3 kick, surely no more than that. I'll be very amazed if Mike Dean gets the yellow card out again. It was a foul, there's no doubt about that, on Allaire by Luiz, but I don't think it was worthy of even a yellow card. Inside the final 8 minutes of this match. And Champions League football, Europa League football to come later this week. And so plenty of good European football to bring you live on the JB YouTube channel. Free kick for West Ham, 25, maybe 30 yards from goal, just to the right of centre, as the free kick is floated in there, but it's not right-footed, but it's knocked away there. Remember, West Ham playing with 10 men, a red card after 67 minutes, a last second yellow for Masaku. Looked a little bit on the harsh side. Still 0-0, and the ball's come out again to the edge of the penalty area. Ball is worked out to the right hand side, and Fernandes, he gets the crossing, gets a little deflection for Marnes' cross. Comes out again to the edge of the area. Lanzini takes possession. Fernandes gets the ball out. Zabaletta's waiting on the left hand, or rather Noble, sorry, is waiting on the left hand side. Guillabert's gone in, has hacked him down. It's a 3 kick to West Ham, and the 10 men now starting, I suspect, to finish the stronger here. Has been a women's FA Women's Super League game. Manchester United 0, Arsenal 1. Daniel Van der Donk with the goal. Try to say that very quickly. Free kick. Now Keenan Dennis, who's just about to come on, is a former Stevenage player. According to Mike, he's I think we're a bit behind you at the moment. Here's the free kick into the penalty area here for West Ham. It comes out as far as well, there was an attempted shot there from, was it Lanzini, right foot? Caught it all wrong. And here is Keenan Davis, as Mike just mentions there. We'll have to get your commentator this weekend, Mike. He has joined our commentary team, but we haven't been in a position to use him just yet for one reason or another. He's been busy, I've been busy, and everybody else in Timbuktu has been busy. Also, we'll hear from Chris Whiteman later on in the season as well when he gets a few moments. Mike's going to have to wait another week. He's away this weekend. So it'll be me and Russ holding the fort once again. Oh, it's 2 weeks now, so it'll be me and Russ holding the fort for 2 weeks now. Me and Russ having a good run at the moment. Mainly me, but I'd like to see Russ in there involved as much as he can physically give us at the moment. Here's Taylor now on the left-hand side. Back in field to Grealish. Grealish looks the ball out to the far side. A little bit of space here now. And a chance here for Al Mohammadi to get the ball into that penalty area if he chooses to. But he plays it out to the far side. Can they work something here, Villa? And they're trying to run. Well, McGinn tried to run round the blind alley the wrong way around, and he's ended up losing possession. And now there's a chance here through for Morales. Can he cut inside? He can, and there's a chance here for Noble on the far side. He gets his cross in, it deflects. And that's deflected, and now El Ghazi at the other end. 4.5 minutes still to play here at Villa Park in Birmingham. And it's Aston Villa 0, West Ham United 0. Here's Taylor to get the ball forward. Chelsea-Liverpool will surely be one of our featured matches on Sunday. You'll be able to hear that with us on the JB Clark YouTube channel. Chelsea-Liverpool, Frank Lampard and Jurgen Klopp. That'll be one of hopefully our featured games. And we're hoping that Russ or Mike would be on to do the Europa League games on Thursday, because we could bring you 2 live matches. If Mike could do the Arsenal game, that would be brilliant. I think they kick off early, Arsenal, on Thursday night. They're away from home on Thursday, and then I'll be doing the 8 o'clock game, so it'll be like a 5-hour broadcast, and we'll bring you 2 games in one night. That'll be a nice consolation. Here's Grealish now picking the ball up as he tries to thread the ball through, and it's been the final end product. The end product has not been there for either side tonight. That's the only disappointment I can take away from this this second half, really, as a spectacle, really. But apart from that, it's been good. Douglas Luiz getting it forward. Good football again. El Mohammadi holding off all comers. Now Luiz has possession. Out to the far side. El Mohammadi will run at his man again. Now Douglas Luiz. Right footed cross into the area. Chance inside the 6-yard box for Jack Grealish. And he couldn't take advantage of it. Would have been touch and go whether he was offside or not. But it was a great chance for Grealish. Did he stay offside here? Oh, it's touch and go. Touch and go. I think he might have been a shade off if that had gone in. That might have been interesting for the whether or not he was offside or not with the BAR system. Arsenal kick off. I think it's Frankfurt they play at 5 to 6 on Thursday evening. But the 10 men of West Ham have definitely hung on very comfortably, and could have snatched a goal on a break themselves. It may well be a case of what might have been here at Villa Park tonight. Still 0-0. Villa throw on halfway. El Ghazi to Grealish. Back to El Ghazi, who took the original throw in. Back towards Heredley. 25 yards out. Hits a Tay right-footed shot, and it goes straight through. Trickles along the floor. And it's easily picked up by Lucas Fabianski, the former Arsenal goalkeeper. Well, it's not been a classic tonight, but it's certainly not been dull or liveless or anything like that. I hope you've enjoyed. It's been a bit of a nightmare logistically for me and the connections and stuff. But we've been able to bring you the second half live, and so far uninterrupted, at least for 43 minutes of this second half. And here come Villa looking to win it right at the death. We're inside the final minute. It looks as if Jack Grealish may well win our Man of the Match award. You've got 1 minute left to vote. Name of the player and hashtag it with JBMLTM. If it ends a draw on the vote system, we go to sudden death, and I get the casting vote. And because I can't hashtag it, and I can't hashtag it by the way, because I'm commentated. Here's Grealish winning the ball back fairly. Gets past one man. Looks to get the ball over on the far side. And now Villa lose possession. It's been a terrific second half. Noble picking the ball up. Now then, a real opportunity for West Ham at the death. Lanzini picks the ball up. Gets the ball back. It's got this feeling that it's going to end goalless here. One goal now will nick it. And we're coming to the last minute of normal time. I've heard rumours down with Russ that there's going to be a 3 added minutes. He's telling me 3 added minutes he believes that there's going to be added. As Douglas Luiz comes forward with the ball again, looks to find McGinn. John McGinn. What a signing he's been. Fabianski's Mike Harniman's man in the match. So we might have to go to a playoff here. We've got 90 minutes. I'll decide man in the match at the end of this second half because there's still a lot at stake. The man in the match vote is now closed as Villa look to win it at the death. That was a risky header away out for a corner by O'Connor. Just shaved past the left-hand post of Fabianski. And Villa have got a corner. It is 3 added minutes, as Ross rightly said. We have a tie for man in the match. I'll decide once the whistle goes at the end of the game. So I'll keep you on tenterhooks here at the end of what's been a very long night. There's going to be a final change in a second or two for West Ham. And in fact, the change has been made, has it? Or is that just... Yeah, Balbarena is on. Noble is off. So the West Ham captain is gone. He's off the field. He can go off the field anywhere on the pitch as the ball. He's playing. Wenzel goes down. Villa claim penalty not given. Grealish on the edge of the area. Grealish trying to get it onto the right foot. Comes now. And a chance now for Villa as they try to work it into the area. Al Mohammadi loses possession of the ball. And now West Ham on the break. But it's 3 against 1 in Villa's favour as they defend 3 of their players to West Ham's 1. Ball back with Tom Eaton, who's been a virtual spectator for the last sort of 20 minutes of the second half. Villa looking to win it now. They almost won it for a second or two. For a moment, it might have been a penalty. VAR also not interested, by the way. Here's Douglas Luiz. He's run virtually on track 30 yards. He finds El Ghazi. We're well past the halfway mark of the stoppage time. We've got about 70 seconds left of the minimum of 3. Here's Grealish at the end. Is there a late winning goal here for Aston Villa, or will there be one at the other end for West Ham? As Fredericks wins the possession on the near touchline, and he runs forward again. It's Fredericks to the edge of the area. He goes down. What does Mike Dean give here? No penalty. No penalty. It's play on, and VAR are satisfied as well. And there were no great complaints for West Ham. This is Taylor on the left-hand side. El Ghazi, 35 seconds of stoppage time to play. El Ghazi gets the crossing, looking towards Wesley. He'll come for Taylor on the edge. I thought he might have tried to volley that. It still might break here. VAR checking that it was no penalty. Ball into the penalty area. Nearly didn't get to Wesley. Really, it has been frustrating as far as the final ball's been concerned, but there have been chances in the first half. We're now inside the last 10 seconds, and it might be a good chance here on the last seconds. Oh, he just needed to get the shot off Fernandes, and that might have been the winning goal. We're now into stoppage time, at the end of stoppage time, and there'll be no more. There will be no more. And at the end of it all, it's ended goalless. At the end of a trying night for everybody, players, supporters and commentators alike, referees too. Oh, there might have been a handball there. Well, I think that's a penalty. Well, I'm surprised VAR didn't intervene in that. And at the other end, we had the Mings challenge. Well, I've seen penalties given for that. I've got to say that. I think Mings has pushed his man. I think that's... Villa could have had 2 penalties there. Villa and West Ham could have had a penalty each at the end there. It's ended goalless. Not for the one to try, that is for sure. Man of the match, casting vote. I'm going to go with Mike on that one. You've got to say that for a 0-0, the goalkeeper's definitely on top on that game. And so Fabianski gets man of the match. He had a bit more to do than what Tom Ayton did. Jack Grealish did well, had his usual marvellous game in midfield. But Well, the big talking point was the two penalties that weren't given at the end by Mike Dean, who again, I'm sad to say, has written his name all over the match once again. Why does he intend to write his name over everything? He's a man that's a self-preservated referee, and I can never understand that. But at the end of it all, it bears no semblance really, and it's all a bit of a disappointment really. A bit after the Lord Mayor's show. That's no disrespect to any of the two teams out there tonight. They really put on a decent show for everybody. But I'm afraid Mike Dean has just spoilt it a tad with some of the refereeing decisions. I didn't think that the West Ham player that was sent off, Masaku, should have gone. I didn't think it was a second yellow card. I thought it was a harsh second yellow. First yellow card, I think I can agree with Mike Dean on that. Second, I just cannot agree, I'm afraid. It looks so harsh at the end, but West Ham will be happy that they've come away with at least a point. But a real opportunity missed for Villa to really get out of the bottom three and move to 6 points. And that would have taken them probably as high as probably 12th with that result. It might still get them out the bottom three. They have 3 points going into tonight, but they've stopped the rot. So they're 5 games. It's played for 5 for Villa, lost 3, won 1, drawn 1. 2 draws so far for West Ham. They move now to 8 points. And really, it was something to behold. Best Premier League game of the weekend for you, JB Claret? Hard to say, really. I mean, if I'm being biased, I would probably say yesterday's game. But having said that, you've got to say that Norwich, Man City's got to be up there. Liverpool's come back. The Wolves demolition job by Chelsea, that was a terrific game as well. And yesterday at Vicarage Road, that was a spectacular comeback from Watford. Sorry, Mike, I can't. I tried not to mention it. We've got some terrific games potentially coming up next weekend. On Friday night, we'll have a live game. It's a South Coast derby between Southampton and Bournemouth. We might have that live yet. We're not sure. And then obviously we'll have certainly on Sunday we'll hopefully have the big game of the weekend next Sunday afternoon between Chelsea and Liverpool from Stamford Bridge. And of course, yes, quite, Mike, quite. Next week, of course, there may well be Chelsea-Liverpool. We'll find that out. Leeds under 23 6, Watford under 23 0. Nikita with 2, Struck, Ruba, Gotts, and Luke Hayling with another goal as well. So Fabianski's our man in the match. Later on, shouldn't have been a sending off. I agree, Lewis. I felt that the second yellow card was very harsh. Should there have been penalties at either end? Well, VAR didn't intervene. I felt both of them were clear opportunities for penalties. A blatant handball in the West Ham penalty area that should have been given to Villa, and then there was that challenge on Fredericks, a clear push by Mings. So very disappointing end, and I'm afraid Mike Dean, I'm afraid to say, has ruined what was a decent game of football on the field. Off the field, we've had troubles with the stream, but we're going to rework the first half for you in a little while, and then you get the full benefit of the whole match as well. Good end-to-end stuff, really good game of football, very much enjoyed, but I'm afraid for the first time this season on any JB match, we have failed to bring you a goal. The first time in 14 games this season that we've actually had a goalless draw. It had to happen, but I think it was probably a bit overdue, to be fair. But there we go. I hope you've all enjoyed. I'm sorry it's been a bit stop-start tonight when connections break down like that. As I say, we'll rework the first half in full for you a little bit later on, and then you can listen to the whole match again to your heart's content a little bit later on. So apologies for what happened in the first half, but we'll rework the first half for you again, and so you can then enjoy that at your pleasure. And well, who knows, and hopefully Stevenage will win a game tomorrow. They've sacked Dino Mamaria as well, which I think was a bit harsh considering a few games in, but that's the unfortunate nature of owners and football these days. These things unfortunately happen. Well, that's it from me for now. You'll hear me again a bit later on as I rework the whole first half once again. So I'll be on about just after 11 o'clock, reworking the whole of the first half, and then you'll be able to listen to it back on the rerun once again. But unfortunately, for the first time in 14 matches this season on commentaries, we have our first goalless draw. It had to happen sometime, didn't it? Villa 0, West Ham 0 is the final score at Villa Park, and that's where we've got to leave it. See you tomorrow. See you in the midweek for the Champions League games and the Europa League games, and Premier League action returns next weekend. But for now, enjoy your Monday evening. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.